What is the net flux through the cube? Q by epsilon naught, am I right? Because what is the net charge enclosed by the cube? Point charge Q kept at the center. Sir, if it is not at center, then also it will be Q by epsilon naught. Am I right? For simplification, I kept the charge at the center of the cube. Okay, Q by F naught, what we got it. Okay, now after this. What is the flux linking each phase? Shall I say 1/6 of the cube? What do you mean by 1/6? Suppose say there are, let me assume 60 lines of force. In that 10 lines of force will link this phase. Some 10 lines will pass through 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 10 lines will pass through 2, 3, 6, 7. Another 10 lines will pass through 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 10 lines will pass through 1, 4, 5, 8. Another 10 lines will pass through 1, 2, 7, 8. So you imagine like you keep some small LED bulb glowing at the center of the like a cubicle shaped room. Then how much of light will fall on each face? Same amount of light the amount of light falling on each face will be same. There's the idea of this flux here. The intensity of light falling on each face will be same, or the amount of light passing through each face will be same. Am I right? At the center of the square, so like this cubicle box, you keep a small LED bulb. Then what amount of light will pass through each face will be same. The same thing here, lines of force. If you assume 60 lines of force, 10 lines will pass through each face. So what is the net flux through the cube? Q by epsilon naught. Suppose say 60 lines are passing through the cube. How much will link each face? 1/6 of that. 10 lines will pass through each face. So what is the flux through each face? Will be Q by 6 epsilon naught. Able to understand? Say what is the actually method? You should draw a lines of force. You should draw this in a radial direction. It's a plane diagram. It may appear plane diagram. You have to draw the lines of force in such a way that 10 lines of force will pass through each face. So this will be a better idea rather than drawing lines of force, everything. No, I just say what is the flux through the cube? Q by epsilon naught. Now, what do you mean by positive? The lines of force are emerging from the surface. If I keep a negative charge, then I'll get negative. What do you mean by that negative? The lines of force are going to enter into the surface. So even the flux positive, it will tell us the charge is positive. If the flux is negative, what happened? The lines of force will be directed towards the charge. So like that, what happened? The magnitude, you can say the sign of flux will tell us even the type of charge system present in a cube. This will be very, very large.